Hello and welcome back to the 2025 Tula Pink Quilt Along, hosted by me, Rachel of the Electric Bee. And this is our weekly wrap up. I apologize I missed last week, and actually I am filming this on Friday night instead of on Saturday, and there's a really good reason why, and that is I am training for the Des Moines Marathon, which is in October, the middle of October, and starting, so last week my long runs are on Saturday, and last week I did 10 miles, and tomorrow I am running a half marathon. I'm actually going to run 14 miles around Clear Lake, or at least that's the goal. And you know what? We are going to crush it. It's going to be a great run. I'm excited about it. It's all going to be okay. But that means because I'm training for a marathon, from now, every Saturday from now until October, I am running longer than a half marathon. And that's a lot. It takes a lot of my energy, and yeah, so I just didn't get it filmed, but it is Friday night. I am filming it now. Everything is going to be okay. So I apologize for missing last week, but I have this week's, and it's going to be just fine. Okay, I have a ton of things to show you, but where do we start? Well, as always, we are quilting our way through Tula Pink's 100 Modern Quilt Blocks. This is a fantastic book, and over the past 4 weeks, we have been doing blocks number 69, 70, 71, and 72. So we will start off with Jeremy's block. So let us remind ourselves. So 69 and 70 finished out the stripe section of the book, and these ones were both really hard. These stripes are so itty bitty. The end result is so pretty, but the blocks themselves, difficult. And then here's 70. Again, these tiny little stripes, but super fun blocks. And then we started the square section, which is very exciting. Excited to be in it. And we got 71, which was the start. And then 72. The square section of this book is really fun because there's a lot of opportunities for fussy cutting. So let's start off with Jeremy's blocks. Ta-da! All right, we'll go one by one. So if I can get myself organized, which you all know I probably can't. I should put that right there. Okay. I don't know what exactly happened. So here's 69. But to me, this looks like the American flag. I know the colors aren't right, you know, where this is kind of like green, but doesn't this give American flag, like with the big, you know, which would be like the stars and then the stripes? I don't know. I really like how this one turned out. Again, doing all these stripes, especially like matching up all the seams, I thought was really tricky. But overall, I think it turned out really pretty. And then here's a block number 70. Really pretty. Again, with the tiny, tiny little stripes. But super fun to put together. And then beginning of the square blocks. So here is number 71, which this one I did all black fabrics. I think it turned out really pretty, but it's kind of like ooky spooky. Really like that one. And then I got this one. Another really fun one. This one's fun because obviously, you know, some really good fussy cutting opportunities. So yeah, those are all of my blocks. Again, this is the Oak and Maple collection. I'm making this for my husband, Jeremy. So I will put in some pictures here of all of his blocks together. Alrighty, let's move on to my Tula Pink blocks, which are, you know, more colorful, more fun in my opinion, but here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. Let's get myself a little bit organized here. So start off with block number 69. I mean, come on. Look at those. I mean, okay. I love the fact that I used the flamingo here and then the shrimp here. I actually really like this funky stripe. I think it turned out really cool. Love that block. And then here's my block number 70, another really fun one. I think this one turned out very similar to hers. I know my hexie is a bit different, but I think, you know, overall, I think this really looks like hers. And then here is 71, which the little trash pandas. I was able to put raccoons in here, which I absolutely adore. Look at them. Look at this little guy. He just loves his apple. This one reminds me of my cat the most. This is, so Kumasi back here, we always say he kind of looks like a raccoon. And this little fat one is definitely my little goose. And then we got the bee. Super, super pretty. I like this one because I was able, again, to fussy cut this bee. And then this blue solid that I used on the outside, like basically perfectly matches it, which I think is really fun. So I will put in some pictures here of all of my Tula Pink blocks thus far. Alrighty. Okay, so those are my blocks. Super fun, super excited. We're on to the squares. We're almost 3/4 of the way done, which is also very exciting. But let's look at your blocks because that's the most exciting. And again, we're going through 2 weeks worth, so I have quite a few pictures to share. So we are going to start off with KMW quilts. I have all 4 of her blocks. So we'll start off with her block number 69. I mean, super pretty. Look at her seams. She matched those so well. I love that brown stripe that she's using. And then her block number 70, another really pretty one. I mean, your piecing is so pretty because you do such a good job with all these tiny little seams. Your corners just look perfect. All right, this picture is kind of really big, but there's her block number 71. Beginning of the squares. Again, super pretty. I love your blocks. And then her block number 72, super, super, I love that big floral. I think you've used that in some of your blocks in the past, so definitely works. And then she posted this absolutely gorgeous picture of her, like all of them on a design wall, and like her color palette is just so beautiful. I think that quilt is going to turn out so fun. I would love to know if you watch these videos, you know, what setting are you going to use, because your blocks are just gorgeous. Okay, and then we have Simply Peony. So here is her block number 69. Super fun. She's using like the most eclectic fabric. And again, like look at all of her tiny little seams matching up. You're such a talented piecer. It's so nice. And then her block number 70. Really, really pretty. And again, like your piecing is so pretty. Her block number 71, I really like that big floral, like with the white background that you use. I think it's really dynamic and pops with that fuchsia. And then her block number 72, really pretty. I mean, look at the owl fabric. Like you used just like some crazy prints together, and I really, really like it. So love all of your blocks. And then we'll do my mom's block. So really pretty. My mom has awesome piecing. What is with you guys having like perfect piecing? But hers are super pretty. I love, she fussy cut some of those bees in her number 69. Gorgeous. And then here is her blocks from this week. Also super pretty. I love her little like star pins that she's using to mark the block. Those are cute, Mom. And yeah, those are all the blocks. Now, I have a few other things that I want to talk about. So first and foremost, I'm going to throw up this picture. So if you don't know who this is the one, the only Miss Tula Pink herself. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, you totally should. She is just at Tula Pink. She does these videos on Tuesdays. My daughter's over here. She does videos on Tuesdays, and this week she talked about how she is going to have an exhibit at the Quilt Museum in Paducah, Kentucky. And in the background of her video, she has some of the quilts that she is going to be showing at that show. And it's a long show. It's going to be from like April to September of next year. But one of the quilts is the original Tula Pink 100 Mod Quilt Block. The one that's on the cover. This quilt right here is one of the quilts that's going to be in the show. And she talks about in the video about that quilt. And it's really fascinating. So I thought I would show this picture because you can see it in the background of this picture, the quilt that we're all making. And so if you are interested in seeing the original, it is going to be at that show, which I think is just so fun. I know my mom and I are probably going to plan a road trip to go to to Kentucky and see the show.
And I'm going with you.
Okay, my daughter's coming with me. So yeah, and then I have one other thing to show you guys. I finished my Ultimate Travel Bag 2.0. Ta-da! So, this bag is made with the Tabby Road Deja Vu line from Tula Pink. One of my favorites. I quilted it myself on the long arm. So just a reminder, if you are interested in making bags, you see all these bags, especially this is a biannie pattern, and you go, oh my gosh, I really want to make that, but I don't want to quilt it with the soft and stable. I got you. Just send me a message at Electric Bee Quilting or shoot me an email, and I can quilt soft and stable panels for you so that you can make these wonderful bags and you don't have to do the quilting. I can just do it on the long arm, but it works so well. As you can see, the quilting on this bag is beautiful, but yeah, I just did it on my long arm, which is awesome. So again, reach out if you are interested in having panels of soft and stable quilted for you too. And yeah, I think it turned out so pretty. This bag is really nice. It has a slip pocket in the back so that you can like put it on the trolley sleeve of like luggage and stuff. And then I put the little, I know it's hard to tell, but I put the little snack things on the side pockets. And then if you open it up, nice and roomy. It's got a really big zipper pocket on one side and then like mesh pockets. And then the bottom is actually has a acrylic, you can hear an acrylic template, like acrylic plate on the bottom, so that it always sits up. And then I also put purse feet on it. I've never done purse feet before, but I thought they were really fun. I was like, if I'm ever gonna put purse feet on something, it would be this. So yeah, I am like super excited. I think the first time that I am going to use this bag as like an actual like travel bag will be for the Des Moines Marathon. I'm staying in a hotel the night before so that I'm already in Des Moines. And yeah, I want to like, you know, bring on my little, it's not very little, I mean, it's huge. My cutesy biannie bag. So yeah, this is my, got a little zipper here. I put a little Totoro zipper pull on it. He's a cat, you know, it has to all be themed, but yeah, super, super pretty. So that's what I had to show for the past 2 weeks. I finished a bag. I started this like a year ago, so I'm glad I finally finished it. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful few weeks. Wish me luck tomorrow. As you are seeing this video, I'm out attempting to run around the lake. I'm probably exhausted. It's probably going just fine, and life is moving on. So I hope you guys have a wonderful one, and I will see you in the next one.